Welcome back. Today's a DNA workshop, level 3, and we did some of it yesterday. And I just have to move the camera. I think that's where the mic is attached to it. So this should be better for the people who are listening. And then we haven't done this liquid light infusion. This is a use a maharic seal, the highest frequency available on this earth, and basically clean as from EOB point, which is the point in the martial arts people refer to as a hara or some other word, but the technical word E, umbi, right below the sacral point. And we could do this one, and then the next one, opening auric channel once Diane gets here. And then remind me to do this before, so it's gonna, give you a more open the auric field and be enhanced experience. Okay, now we did some scanning yesterday, but we didn't really go through what are you looking for, right? So this is a suggestion, and then also once you're exposed to this information, when you're going back and scan, you will see differently, because now your brain has something to hang on to it. And then you don't have to do this, but some people are very quite serious about ascension process, and some people really wish to do the physical ascension. So you're gonna go walk right through the Stargate, basically, and you use your body. You take your body and then the mind, like some of the Tibetan monk does. There's only the thing is left is clothes, right? So that's a physical ascension. For those, these are very important, things, and check. For us, it could be, for some of you, it could be entertaining value, or just to check to see whether you have an implant or something that's preventing you from going farther. That's very important, because I have been getting so many different implants. Now I'm getting better at it, but that's gonna prevent you. Okay, some are good one, but it's a prevent you from going forward. So this is a technique. This is a big implants. This is a kind of technique to kind of scan how clean you are, right? And then how far you are advanced in terms of your DNA activation. Okay, so we didn't do this yesterday, but I'm just gonna describe this, and you can do this on your own time. Let me explain to this. Can everybody see okay the image?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I told you about the fire letter. It looks like a Hebrew alphabet. When it's each of them activated, it takes basically chromosome kind of start to have a certain geometrical form, and it looks like a firing, because energetically liquid crystal form, it looks like a fire. So let's go fire in a letter, fire letter. Okay, but that's the in between each strand. Okay, so if you see, this is a kind of representing a macabic form, Merkaba, and if you see this shape with this color, basically black and white, okay, it's still dormant. The dormant means that the braiding won't happen. The braiding of both strands, when it happens, basically you have a biological transmutation, and this carbon body become carbon silica body. The body and atomic going through the transmutation, it actually changes the composition of your biology, and then your structure of soul. So when we took the lecture, tangible structure of the soul, this is basically what they're talking about. It's all tangible. The next dimension is not really just all energy, or it's all energy, but it's not like, something you can touch. It actually has all the biology and the physicality there also. but it's a different, different chemical composition. So if you want to take your body to the next level, and all those fire letter, between fire letter or fire code 1 and 2 and 3 will need to be upgraded. Okay, that means it need to be fully activated, right? So here it is. Once it's fully activated, just the Merkaba things is become all light. There's no darkness. There's all light, and then like a sphere, like an orb around it, and then you clear from this dimension. Now there's a in between, and it's just a little bit activated. You get rid of all the dark magnetic pole, right? That's what it is. Just the Merkaba. And then light become intensified, it's more activation until you get all around the Star of David, basically. So this is where another Star of David, it comes over and then over and then over. It's a more than sacred symbol. It's a tool to kind of see the ascension process, and then a DNA braiding, and then all sorts of things, right? You just kind of casually think it's a Jewish faith, but actually, no, not just a Jewish. As you could see, so many other places, correct?
Part of the seal of Melchizedek too.
Yeah.
Was a square and a circle, and then the 2 triangles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
all in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct. So Melchizedek, the name is a family name that who are responsible for tree of life. The structure, integrity of ascension path. So those are people that who are the guardian of, basically the highway infrastructure, let's say.
Which is what the Kabbalah studies a lot.
Correct. Yeah, that's it. So you can avoid this if you're studying something like that. Now, I think for us, is an important thing is, yes, of course, we all wanted to fully activate it, but it comes as a process, as you can see here. So it's not like, you take like one meditation and a boom. It is a process. However, I think the important thing is that to recognize, do I have a block? Any blockage?
Yes, at least one.
So it will actually show up in a black dot in the middle. So these blockage, usually it's inserted, foreign insertion, inorganic insertion, okay, and an etheric one. So it's not like, but sometimes physically manifest, eventually physically manifest, many of them, but not necessarily right away, or maybe not in this lifetime. So let's say if other of yourself in a stronger position has a blockage, okay, that it's part of you though, one of you could pass to as incarnation. If they are awakened enough, and then they could be able to see, okay, because, if you are awakened enough and you notice, I know I have 11 other ones running around in this time matrix, I could have a, energetic influence upon them. And you look at it, well, I don't know, this one, those looks like they are awake, right? It was an important one. By looking in this direction, I mean, it's just like a completely mind control, under the system or whatever. I think it could have it, and it could actually pass to that incarnation. Maybe that this thought process that Tono is seeking Diane also. Anyway, so it could come from other life incarnations, and you could talk back to them.
Traumas, and also and in psychology, you would say this person has a father issue, or they have an authority issue, or they have some anxiety issue, or whatever too, right? It would all like be part of that energy.
That's right. So they're picking up on that. A lot of psychology actually quite interesting, because some of them actually really get close to those, understanding, right? More, go beyond the traditional or contemporary, scientific, thinking, right? So I actually admire and like that, and it's probably difficult for them to come out and say stuff, some of the stuff, in a sense though, but they have a backing by patient, right? So based on my clients and also their observation, they could say that. But anyway, so this is it. I would recommend, especially if you got the message, let's say that 7 is something you need to heal. I would go into the between the strands. Is there any implant blockage? Please show me. And you visualize this and whether you see the dot in the center or not. That's a quick way to check. All right, and then here it is. This is we expose this graphic, and then I pointed out there's a color has a chakra color code, and those are also that you can use a color meditation to access strand. You say if it's which one, if it's a 3 or 2, the orange, right?
So when we said yesterday, like the one that you most needed to work on, and mine was 4, and that's the solar plexus. That's
No, heart.
Oh, that's okay.
it's
That's
hard.
green. Okay,
It's green.
that's third. So okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so right. So you can use the color green and
Yeah, also
And-
the
and-
sound too. We're gonna introduce that in a soon, but here some people want to have a more visual representation. I just gonna show the people in the online. Well, I'm not sure if they could see it, but I will share that with people online. There's a chakra position and corresponding colors.
Reiki. You could work on those chakras too. Give a
Absolutely.
little extra attention to.
Absolutely, Reiki work up to 9. Okay, Reiki is actually
Yeah.
birth from the dimension 9.
Chest or whatever, your belly, whatever.
Absolutely, I do that for the definitely.
Prana. See, it's prana. Green is breath too. It's hard, but it's breath. Yeah.
It is a breast. There's another if you're really interested in, there's a more comprehensive diagram here. This is a tree of life, and then 1 is chi, the 2-dimensional ki. 3 is Rei. That's what the Reiki comes from. Reiki.
Okay, that has that here. Right?
Yeah, and the prana is a force, the green.
Yeah, that's all down in the first column. Here,
Okay.
A lot of information.
Yeah, it's a lot, but
Okay.
just take one things at a time. I will show you in the people online, when we come off from the screen. Now here is, I told you, I asked the first question yesterday, what is the maximum number of DNA strands? And then to be honest, I don't know how much because it's go on and on and on. And at some point, at which point we lose the biology, I'm not sure. They said after this dimension, but look, the emerald sun, which is the elder races, the founder who actually created, all the creation here in this universe and cosmos, the one that called the founder races, okay, and those are that has an emerald sun matrix. So in the center, it's not the diamond; it's emerald. It's emerald, yeah, emerald sun. That's why the emerald tablet is coming from the founder's document. It's emerald. The color is emerald.
Mhm.
Now, so those are people that beings that has a strand up to 48. Right? It's a lot to manage, and those are the name. And then the second down is double diamond sun. The DNA strand, it could be up to 30. Now, those are the name. Interesting, you may hear that Erohe and Erohe, Elohim, that's come after the brother, and that's kind of a cousin of Erohe, and Liran, Anuhazi, Siran, Azrite, and Orahim, Adami, Kudoman. I
Is
wonder.
this from Kabbalah kind of stuff? It sounds like. it
Yeah,
is. Okay.
yeah. So Kabbalah is slightly distorted teaching, but from that original emerald document. But the name, yeah, you see the familiarity, correct? So I was thinking Adami is Adam, right? Probably, I'm not sure that's how it
Elohim,
comes.
I think it's the plural, actually. They've said it's interesting, and it's feminine, but it's a word in Hebrew. So Elohim could be the singular, and when they address God as Elohim, it's supposed to be plural. Which is anyway.
Yeah,
Make that
those are
point.
the cloister, that's original. This is a strain, a lot of the gene we got from these these species, but human is originally was different name. There are a lot of stella, 12 different stella being, the species and races came together. They all donated the genetic material to create a guardian race called Trinigium. So that was the original human who had, I think, up to 24 strands of DNA and be able to travel each most dimension at will. You know, kind of like a push the elevator and okay, I'm gonna go the 6th dimension today, right? That kind of ability. Diamond Sun is a template for all the human has. And all the human, it came from the one of those family or hybrid. And you could see that, you know, reptilians are there, Ceres, Cloister, and we are all hybrids of some sorts, you know. Now, from here down are not human, that we don't consider that, you know, that original came from this emerald sun, has a different DNA in structure. They don't have a 12, but they have up to 11. Okay, and they have a different name, and you probably hear the Anunnaki, yeah, Metatronic, Metatron and Giovanni. It's Metatron and Giovanni is actually from same family, the same name. And then a Pleiadian, Niburian, Cloister, and those are hybridized with you know, human, so they have a lot of human characteristic.
And we're called with the archangel too, with the Metatron also.
Yeah, they are not really human. I mean, human. I mean, they didn't come from the founder, but may have a part of it because it's so hybridized so much to each other. You know, the only way to kind of tell is to read their template, because they don't have up to 12. So a lot of time you could see council of 9 or something, you know, they represent actually the representation of the template of DNA strands. And then another one, a black sun, right? So those are the ones that even more farther away from the original founder races. So when you do the scanning, yeah, sure. Here's what it look like. You see there's some strands missing here, right? So also they correspond to the access to gates. Even though they be able to, let's say they're in front of Stargate 12, they can't biologically go through it because they don't have a corresponding DNA and they probably can't see it. Okay, so once the human activate all the 12 strands, you could go through the 12th gate, because we all have that potential, right? Are given to going through that door. Now, there's another example, like the only 10 base. So it is interesting that to notice that things around us is still 12, come with the 12, but now it's changed to the 10, right? Everything incremental 10. And you could tell that who's influencing the earth the most. Welcome. She made it. And then here is the one, the double diamond sun. This is the structure, the DNA template that indigo children have, right? And it has, you said, 2 the diamonds, and you have you know, double of the 12, so 24. The more to work on. Tono been waiting for. Okay, so this is why that some of those symbol, almost many of those being basically dedicated to an ascension of angelic human. And then almost every single those things that you see in here are to facilitate you to going back to the wholeness, so they could bring back to your, you know, DNA and to the original, or even better, you could get upgraded too. Let's say you are human, but you could sign up and upgrade it to the indigo, you know, cloister, and your template also then become doubled. Okay, so since she's here, Oh, okay. Do you see me now? I need to, okay. So now I'm gonna show you the one I was passing around in the class. So that you could, if some of the DNA being blocked, here's a color code, right? I think you may see in somewhere. I will put it onto our website. You could work with the color. And then also that works through the Reiki to the each chakra point. I will list this also, but you probably know, right? The location of the chakra. And once it's got a higher one, it's difficult. But the lower one, 9 down, is definitely easily accessed by physically and using Reiki. So, it's something that you could do about if you can do. All right, so Diane is here, so we're gonna do some practice. Let me just share screen. Let me. Okay. Any questions so far?
A quick one is not a question, I don't think it is, but so we're saying DNA is more like a being, and it's intelligent.
Mhm.
And would that intelligence of DNA explain evolution?
Yes.
That it knows how it can change in the future. It has a design. It has its own creative design ideas for improving. All the different species, all the
Yeah.
things they've done. It's amazing that, yeah.
It is amazing, and it's also like, what are you doing, right? It's like I like to know more. It's Dan and I know this other dark side of the thing is that some of the being came here just strictly to get your DNA, right? And because some of our DNA could serve for the healing or creation of something else, right? Or there's other things that happen. Now, I don't think they knew, or I guess they don't care. It's not all of them are bad people up there. The thing is, what happened is if a lot of portion, let's say my DNA being taken to create the hybrid, and that's the being living in the moon, let's say, okay? What happened is I could experience that. That is not necessarily great things, especially that if the DNA be taken without your consent or without your knowledge.
Right. No.
And then when when it goes to the wall, you say yes in astral time. I know who remember everything in a dream. Well, what do you how many people actually believe? Can you distinguish is it a dream, which is a mental projection, or actually happening in an astral, reality?
But if God is in charge and it's all for good, is it all part of a bigger plan to?
I mean, you could always argue.
In the long run,
You could always argue that. That's
down dark alleys and twisted turns and things.
Well, you could always say, but I think individually, you have a say how you wish to experience. It's not one-way things, right? It is always two-way. You all breathe together on the same fabric. And anyway, so that's not where I wanted to go. I just wanted to say that going back to the DNA, it is the mind of its own sometimes, and then it's intricate part of who you are, and DNA itself show you the evolutional process that you have,
Right.
carry all the imprint, memory about you and then others, because you've been exchanging energy.
Makiko, is
Yes.
that a paper in front of the camera or what's hanging over the camera?
Oh yeah, it's a paper in front of the camera.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, okay.
Because sometimes I don't want to be saying that's what the paper. You actually told me to do this. That's actually a good thing. Let me see. Sorry. Now I think I'm gonna put it on a.
Yeah, when you're not presenting, yeah, then
Okay.
have it covered, but
I'm gonna let me stop share. Let me stop share. Okay, here's the people. Hey folks.
Hi, people.
Leave me out. Oh, again, it's okay.
Okay, so any other comments or question? It's really good discussion, by the way. The James is is enlightened toy. Look in a light.
Yeah, oh, I like it. The window.
Anyway,
All right.
does anybody has any comment before we move on? It's a lot of material, and I will skip some of them. There's a lot more come with the DNA scanning. There are the certain things you can do, which founder you came from, and which frame you hold, and it's they kind of scream at me that when I was like perplexed by am I a flame holder or not, and I sometimes you really hear the voice, that they're talking. So I was like, oh wow, okay, right, and it makes sense, but it's nice to have a confirmation. So some of the things you're working with, it's not like a really abstract things. More you see and then interact, and some people draw it. The more you interact in many different ways, and they get close to you.
Is the song of like the 12 top tribes related to this?
Yeah. I wanted to touch upon that. So absolutely. So that will show you which tribe you belong to. So tribe is a root and cloister races. That's not going to give you the which founder races you belong to. But from this level, we all one of 12 tribes. And each tribe is responsible for each grids, and each is some of them the earth, the land itself, some teaching, and chakra points. So once you find out which tribe you belong to, some of us have more than one, and you're gonna tone the tribe, the master tone, master sound, and that itself will call you to the certain place or certain people. And the more you find those same tribe and tone together, let's say on your whatever that your grid that you alignment to, and then a mystical thing happen. It's a massive healing happens, and it's a lot of things happen. So this is why a lot before we carry the parts of the sound, our name have a huge meaning. So we know each other, right? Then and that everybody call you. You are you're the sound tone. It's matched to your resonance, right? So there's a sacred purpose, but I think that's another checkboard mutation thing is it really jumble, scramble the languages. So the one of the way to you could say that they could sing the song on the 12 tribes or the ancient language that if more you speak or practice, I will bring you back to the little bit more natural, the blueprint that you belong. I think we're going to cover the 12 tribe, but that's a good point. Toning that each tribe has each number, and that corresponds to each DNA strand.
Everything is 12s though. 12 apostles, 12 months, 12 hours in the clock, 12.
Yeah, very good
12
point.
astrological signs.
Yeah. It's all 12, except that it became more like a 10 base. So that is a disaster happened.
Yeah, ours.
And we are a little bit, limited right this moment, but correct. The 12 are the original sacred number. Okay. So we're going to, what we're going to do, we're going to do a Maharixio activation. So we're going to be cleansed before we do this exercise. The people online, we're going to join us energetically here in a circle. So we're going to make kind of a little circle here. And each people going to have to take some, one of the position out of 12. And don't worry, you will just going to become that way. And then after that, we're gonna do past life, future life analysis to each other, and it is a pair. And I'll explain when it comes. Okay. All right. So let's let me close the door. I think Tono wants to join.
Smells wonderful. Is it coffee?
Some good dream work last night, I thought.
You did?
Yeah. Cormorant, the bird.
Yes.
It's so amazing. It dives 200 feet under the water, can hold its breath for a minute to catch fish. But I read it. But DNA wise, it knew that oil is more buoyant than water, whatever. It knew that. It wanted to dive deeper. It knew the oil in the feathers, wings, prevented it from diving so much. So that of the different birds, it developed less oil in its wings.
Wow.
Still wasn't good enough for diving. So they said sometimes the cormorant will go and swallow small stones to give it more weight because it understands gravity. It understands that more weight in its belly will help it to dive deeper.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
But-
pretty awesome.
But so I said, I'm thinking to myself that maybe sometimes in life, we swallow stones in order to be able to dive deeper.
Well, the dream is definitely brave enough to go deeper. That's like good things. Okay, I think I'm gonna bring this one. Okay, the symbol that I'm working with. All right. Oh, can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
able to hear you
Yeah.
fairly well this whole time, the whole room. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So let's follow the circle. Even the people who are online, it's just imagine that we are all here in the same place. Okay, we're gonna do the pineal induction again. I don't know if you see me. I always do this without glasses. I don't know, it works so well. I'm kind of using a both, but so basically inhale and exhale slowly, and then bring it out slowly, and stop when it comes to like a double vision. I should do that one at a time. And then inhale, make a 2 image into one. I kind of cross this one, crossing eye. Inhale into the third eye, and then hold and exhale down. And expand that symbol. Just feel that beneath your feet. It's kind of like a magic carpet you're riding on. And there's a lot of light energy coming through. You're kind of like a shower. Right? And then now you're going to the expanded energy, inhale and coming to the center. And exhale up. And inhale into the third eye. And project right here. Symbol. We could kind of put it again like this. This is called optical pineal induction. If you have a second one, you do the same thing. If you have the copy in the screen, you just gonna put your nose into near the screen. Something I worry about that, but do whatever you have to do. So double vision is very important. And then you're going like this, and you uncross it. Uncross. So just like a mentally command, uncross and inhale into the pineal, and exhale down. And feel the symbol expand, and getting energy So you kind of over sprinkles into your Mahalik seal. And inhale and exhale into the third eye. Visualize that symbol, embed it in the third eye, and inhale. Hold your breath and emerge, and exhale. Project out right here. That is where the what etheric body is. Sending gratitude and love. Good. So this is great. So everybody got very powerful, but there's slightly different symbols and codes. So each one of us kind of hold a different grid, the line, the parts, and corresponding the DNA. So some of us has a high activation and you know, you have a blockage too, but not every one of us has the same blockage or, you know, the same strength. So we as a group together will be able to create the very good, you know, sacred divine points that we will be able to access. So we're gonna hold this as like a temple. Remember, like Egypt, like a pyramid. People go in, you know, to meditate in a circle, and in a center, right? Also, then the doorway open. Oh, actually, I'm gonna put the crystal on here. Let me bring. So if the people don't mind, if you have a crystal, place in front of what happened to the my giant crystal? What did I put it? The big thing.
Yeah, I was here yesterday, yeah.
Did you say something yesterday? Was I hiding? Oh, right there. Oh, yeah, you know, yeah, this is nice. Also that is also the
Oh,
tail.
that one. Oh, that's.
Let's put this in the center. Upright.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then this is celestite that open this dimensional zone. And so let's get some help. All right. Okay. So expand your arms is the energetic, you know, the reach. Ground yourself from tailbone down. And visualize Dan, Lona, and Dave are here with us. That's the chair. Let me even make it more realistic. Right. I'm bringing a cushion for you all. So they are here with us. Yeah, that's good. Please pass it around, James.
She gave me the idea.
Thank you. Anybody wants to? You just did that. Oh, that's what I did. Okay. So this help that really help that Kabbalah grid or Kabbalah, right? Oh, David, you're so smart. Expand ourselves to expand our arms, energetic arms. Visualize a pale blue star encased with the orb within the third eye, and inhale. Hold the image of a pale blue star, and exhale down to Mahalik seal. So inhale your feet. Feel the flame entity, the symbol that's still there and interacting with your own personal Mahalik seal. Now inhale, exhale, expand your auric field. Feel the flame within, right below the sacral, and kind of sparkle. feel as a spark is in the near solar plexus, right here. Feel additional sparks on the throat chakra, within throat chakra and the third eye. Now inhale. Feel the sense of spark within. And exhale. Expand, expand, expand. You expand from the center and outward. And we're going to reach out to the center. Inhale into the core. And exhale toward the center. For a small inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold and exhale. Feel the cold connecting to the center, and you feel everybody else. Now I always see that people are kind of forming a web-like structure to each other. Now you're not necessarily exchanging all the energy to each other, but you feel the connection. Now I'm gonna inhale, I'm gonna start inhale and exhale out to the right. To the people online, Dave, Lona, Dan, and each one who receive, inhale and exhale to the right. The past energy, maybe a counterclockwise energy exchange. So James, Diane, David, and back to me. Oh, this is a big pool. He came back some, yeah, so it's pretty nice energy. Inhale, exhale to the right. Focus on your palm chakra, so you could feel it more, you have a fun. And then you feel the quality of energy coming back through your left palm chakra. Ideally, the energy going out and coming back is about the same. Let's try this one more time. Inhale, hold, and exhale to the right. Is anybody checking a cell phone or something? There's some glitch here. Let me do one last time. Inhale, exhale to the right. Yeah, very good. Bring the hands, try not to place, like bring the hands together, but not touching the prayer position. And then close your fingers, like those 4 fingers together, so you could hold more energy this way. Relax your shoulder, and then plank yourself to the tailbone down to the earth. And inhale into Yongi, 2 inches below your navel, right here. And hold and hold and hold. That's like the biggest furnace. And exhale. Very good. Inhale. And suck the guts toward your spine as much as you can, and hold. And exhale. And then like a Buddha baby, really expand. Okay. I want the people, so inhale into here. Right here, inhale, and then suck, try to suck the gut, and then hold, and exhale. Okay, inhale, hold, and exhale. Inhale, suck all the way, and you could use your hand if that's helpful. You feel the pleasure, and exhale. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Inhale. Suck it. Exhale. Inhale. Suck it. Exhale. Inhale. Suck it. And exhale. Back to the normal gentle breathing. If you do this right, you feel fire coming through your body, bottom up. Sometimes you even get sweaty. This is what the people in the training stuff, the martial arts and things, until you almost feel like spark of the fire. Let's try 3 more times. Inhale, suck, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Back to normal breathing and stay focused within your only point. And you try to look at the selenite, the color. Visualize a color within your body, the EOB point, 2 inches below your navel. You have a spheric celestite color liquid crystal fire right there, this point. And when it becomes a flame, you unlock from this density, this heaven. So visualize you have a beautiful celestite colored crystal. Just like a lotus flower opens up, it's opening up and bring a teardrop shaped flame. Sometimes you feel like, if this is the first time, you feel like a popping sensation or some pressure and heat. It's very subtle though. You're going to visualize that flame in the center, mixed with a maharic seal, very pale silvery iridescent liquid crystal flame. Celestite color, mixing and merging and dancing. Now it's a very good time to share the energy if you wish. We're going to have some pair together. We do this journey. Let us set an intention. We will find the perfect other self through this exercise, and we use that energy to make our life more joyful, peaceful, whatever else you wish to add. Some beings said of passion, abundance, love, vibrant health. Some soulmate to journey with. All the good ones, maybe more. Put that into the fire. We are creating a sacred temple here within these pillars. Very sacred. That all the information, wisdom, and knowledge will be the pure one, right information, the information, knowledge that we require for this time. Okay. Let us come together by placing the hand to our heart. Press our third eye. Inhale. And exhale. Namaste. Okay, we created a huge temple. I can't even see the ceiling. It's so high. And we are in a way, it's like almost like a 5th floor or something because the ground is so below. we're gonna do this exercise by pairing up, and this is it. Does anybody need to take a break? It's okay. So we're gonna the pair up. What I'm gonna demonstrate first. And people online just need to be creative, so I'm gonna explain to you individually. But I need one volunteer, maybe Diane, to sit here. You don't mind? Yeah, be careful. The lights attack you, right? The lamp.
There's an orb. It's an orb before one goes my head. Oh, that's it.
I'll wake you up, I guess. Okay, so the chair is the best way to do it. The only because it could be first very awkward, right? Because we don't usually, get so close, but maybe the best length is a knee to knee. So that's why. So that is the best length or the minimum length. And what you're going to do is, so first you're gonna look at each other in the eye, and it may probably make it uncomfortable, right? But the first you keep staying at, but not staying at the eye like normally, but you kind of like off center. Like when we did a symbol, it blurs, right? So you're looking at an eye, but your focus is behind their eye. So, but it's an eye, but I'm focusing on like here. Okay, so I'm still looking. Now, the trick is, that for me to see your other incarnation that's very relevant to you now, I have to set an intention. What is the most useful incarnation that I need to have now? Or you're gonna tell me something that want to know more about, something very specific. So before we start, so you change, I'm gonna say, this is what I wanna know, and you're gonna say what you want to know. But otherwise, that's what I'm usually going to do. Okay, so I'm gonna set intention, and you're gonna set in the intention, and then we start doing this. And then when you keep doing it, try not to blink. That's really another hard thing. So you have to relax and keep like staying like machine. And you your eyes start to tear because it gets stressful. So this is something you want to take a break first. But after you're tearing your eye and everything else, and your eye get used to it, you could keep doing this. So this exercise is gonna make it take like 15 minutes or something. So on and off. You're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break and a tea, and then come back in this distance. So we need to relax and keep saying it, and you're gonna start the tearing on. Okay, you can laugh too, giggle, and it's pretty funny. And then after this, the second phase, you are going to look through from your white eye and not the black. Okay, the reason is people don't realize our eye use everything, even the back and in the front. We see it. We just don't. No one taught us to do it. That's what it is. So you don't think about it. So that's why the higher dimensional thing, your white eye catches it. Because your white eye is a higher frequency. The energy, the cones, whatever, and the black part. This is why you always see something in the corner of your eye. Wait, what was that? If when you look at it, it goes. Because your white eye could catch it, and not this eye, not this one. So in order for me to see the higher self, or not just even the higher self, that you, Diane, exists in a Tara or Gaia or some other planet, it is a higher frequency. So my eye has to be higher frequency, and that's the white part. And it's weird. It shows up like right here. And sometimes you're gonna scream maybe, but don't be scared, because sometimes you can't see at all because you're in a white eye. And then if you can't see it, maybe it's not meant to be, and you're gonna switch the question or take a break and come back, and then just to show me anything.
So I see.
So yeah, well,
Or
That's
do you
what I
see your
used
own?
to think. No, you see your own.
Oh.
That was the third one.
okay.
I probably shouldn't have said that.
Okay.
I shouldn't have said that, right? Because
Oh.
people say, oh, that's what I see, and that, yeah, that's you. So you're gonna see your own things through on
Hmm.
top of my aesthetic field.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
Interesting.
you don't need to tell if you don't want to,
Okay.
okay? But the setting an intention, but use both energy. So here is what happening when we do this. By ourselves, it may not be enough energy. But at our eye, when you look at the focus frequency, very focused, and you feel it, right? Somebody watching you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because it's actually beaming. It beaming and going through your skin and everything. It beaming.
Mm.
When we both beaming at, it goes through, right? It double the frequency. So you start to seeing a far more thing that you normally can't.
Mm.
However, the only thing it blocks is this.
Of course.
Like something like, oh my God, what should I do if I see this? Like a fear and doubt. Those are immediately block that flow. So again, stay relaxed, the gratitude and love, and then have a fun with it. You never know what's gonna come to you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pair up like sit in a chair like this, or move this in so that your knee and knees gonna be facing each other. And I'm gonna show you how to do it online, and you have a pair and online too. So yeah, let's just take a little break and then yeah, start doing that. Okay.
Diane, you want to throw her up?
Okay, so folks online.
Yeah.
Hello. Can you guys do like a video? The
What?
video.
I can see you.
You show yourself, but you have to do it too.
Oh.
Yeah. Right. So it is ideal if you could show yourself and sorry, I should have said that at the same time. In your screen, okay, the first we need to cross the screen, the device. So you go into whatever the device you're interacting with and whatever the things are connected to, back to the person you're doing. You just kind of visualize everything on the screen and the next the screen that the other people have. Like, okay, it's going to be infused with Maharic seal, the liquid light, which is some pale silver, iridescent. It's so bright, it looks like almost like a white. And it will coat with a gold outside, so nothing could going through the line. Okay, so inhale into the third eye. The pale will start sail down. Rona is having trouble. It's okay.
So this stuff is public. Being, well, I think it's a very special being.
No worry. Inhale and exhale. You project from your right here to the device. Okay. And cover with golden light outside. This is basically securing a line. Make sure you ground yourself. Okay, excellent. So here you are. Now you're gonna need to get a little closer to the screen, unfortunately. It's right here in the center. And then I have to take my glasses off usually when I do it. What you usually do is try to show your eye. Okay. And if you have to close, you have to close, but it's best you have to open your eye. Your eye need to be open unless you have a power to go through the frequency through the eyelid. But it works best at first. The first that you should try to do is your eye. Keep looking to the person's eye that you're going to pair with. And your eyes start to kind of tear because it's a lot of stress. And then just, simply close and step back and then come back in. So I just gonna use Dan, for example, and I'm gonna keep staying at Dan, not directly the eye though. So first you're gonna, match the eye to eye, but I'm looking at the Dan's behind the eye. That is my focus. So the whole meaning of this, dance start to be kind of like blurring for me. The dance face is gonna blur. And then we'll set the intention of what he wants to see. And I set my intention of what I want to see. And I start to read really slow. If you have a blockage, the view become partially blocked, and then it's okay. Just keep going and let link that your symbol to help. Please let me see. And then you try to request and intend. Use your white part of your eye. So what are you going to do is you temporarily shift the focus to the angle, upper angle. For me, it's up on my left is good. So you keep it staring, and once the person's face will start to blurring, you're going to shift your focus to the behind the person's. And that's where your white eye going to see. Okay, there people here is not doing anything. I have to get back to this floor. But do you get the mechanic of it? And you probably need to do like probably total of the 15 minutes or so to get there. And then once you get the exchange, if you want to the information, and then you're going to do that with the next pair.
I think we did this like when we were at that like campsite before.
Yeah, you remember?
Yeah. I just can't get my I have a iPad. I can't get it, and it just sounds like there's like a radio or something in the background, so I get distracted. I don't know what's going on, but I've got like an earpiece in or something. But so I pick up everything.
People talking like here, so I don't have to interfere.
It's fine. But yeah, I think we did it before.
Well, each time you get different information because your energy is different.
Yeah. In fact, I think Dave was my partner, so before.
Dave?
Yeah,
At Mountain Light?
Yeah, I think so.
When we were at Mountain
Those
Light?
little cabin things. Yeah, they were like little cabins.
Oh, okay. So maybe you want to switch to the Dan.
No. I was just saying, I just,
okay.
I can't get this thing focused. So.
Well,
I keep turning it this way and that way, and I just can't get it focused. So
Now we'll just have to imagine she has eyes and then go from there.
That's right. I have eyes.
Yeah. Well, you have a profile picture. That may work. This is the first time we're gonna, you could try it. So let me get this group, going, and I will come back.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Okay, are you guys doing it?
Oh, I thought we were waiting. You told us to wait. We didn't start yet. No.
Oh,
You said
okay.
take a break.
Oh, okay, take a break. Are we taking break? Go see.
Okay, we didn't start yet. So it's 15 minutes for part one, and then there's the part two where you look in the white of the eyes. Is that right?
No, it's the whole thing. It's probably gonna take 15. It's
15,
gonna
and then
be
you
tough.
switch partners.
Yeah,
Do it
and
the
then
other way.
switch partner. So
Do we watch a clock? Is one of us-
probably maybe you could do like each 5 minutes, 3 times, because it's pretty strenuous. This is
Oh, well, all right. Okay, with the
Yeah.
little breaks.
yeah. So you're gonna do that, 2 snooze, so
So
that
make sure you
total over
get the-
15 minutes.
Two different things in there.
Okay, so that looks like a setup. So I will bring this chair. David. David, do you wanna sit there so that we could face to face?
How long? I guess it's there, should, like the people part first. and
Yeah,
then, like,
yeah, I
a few
mean,
minutes and then.
yeah,
to the-
you know, what happened is you start to kind of be tearing, but you wanna pass that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it depends on the people. And if it's too much, it's too much, but we'll see how it goes. It's really
You have to
fun.
do-
And either person can take a break, is that okay, right?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
Either
either person
person
can
can
take
just
a
say go break or something.
Okay, so the trick is though, I had to say first, you're gonna help others. We try to help their past, because that comes up first. And then when you know white eye, and it's yours.
Oh,
White eye is more like a mirror of yourself, but the other one is
But the other one
where
is,
you ask them if there's something they want to work on and so forth, right?
right.
Right.
Because it shows up in their field. You're just reading in their field, the first. But then the next one, when you I was tearing, and then in the white eye, that's gonna be yours. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I
know
usually has a.
You can definitely feel people looking at you, and I've been convinced that there's energy,
Oh,
but I
yeah,
don't know if
you
science
feel
has
it.
proven that yet. Has science proven that?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty
'Cause, yeah,
sure.
you definitely.
They're like a beam, like.
Yes, yes.
Like,
you can-
whoa,
people can be
like
looking
an
at your- they're
arrow.
looking at
It's
the- in the
somewhat
back,
like
and
an
you look
arrow.
around
It's
and say,
every,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
a different.
Yeah.
One time I
Angry
said,
eyes.
sometimes you could hear it. When
what
an
is
eye
that?
and I. What the hell?
They're
But the
extra
gym,
sensitive.
I used to have that, it's like a, oh,
Mm.
wow. It was my personal trainer, but I mean, I think, am I doing something wrong here? It's like, what's like all that cost over there? It's like, why are we stared at, So, I don't know, I feel like I'm
My
always doing
first
something.
caregiver was like that. She would just sit in the room and like watch us. It was like, this is creepy. Why is she just staring at us like
Yeah,
we're in some kind of show on TV? She's
yeah, because it's
engaged in.
me. I think people are stuck. Hello. Oh, no.
Uh.
Are you guys stuck?
They're meditating.
No.
They're
Yeah,
very
just
being
waiting.
very still.
Oh, okay, okay. Are you guys doing something? Okay, okay. Let me just going this way because we will feel all watched. Oh, it is beautiful. I think the backdrop.
Can they hear us right now?
Yes. Very quiet.
Happiness.
This is better.
Oh.
Maybe. You can eat.
Need to be the gaze there first.
So I had to look here.
Yeah.
Do we do both at the same time, or-
Okay. And then,
So the first, let's do that for each other. What do you like to, what do you like to see? Past, a particular past, or in the future, or?
Yeah.
oh, you can look at the future.
Receiver and activator.
Now you probably good.
I'm normally good at gazing without doing silence.
Yeah.
Normally.
The one of someone over here.
Oh.
So.
Oh, it's still yours,
Oh.
but it's a probability. So the most likely probability or future.
Ooh.
So me is some of the past that I want to see myself. I want to connect when I see myself. The one that yeah. But whatever the past you see now, probably that's yeah. Let's see that. Whatever the past.
Okay. And we can do it at the same time, or do we have to switch?
No, we could do it. So the first one, we're just gonna see that this black guy, and then focus on here, and your face become like a blob. And then it kind of like see on your face. And you don't need to use a white parts of it.
Okay.
Okay. So let's relax. Start to try not to blink. As soon as I step, I feel like a blink. I'm going from looking to see your eye. Not 5 minutes yet. Okay, much information, but I can't believe this is the future. Is somebody timing it? Oh my gosh.
That's about 5.
About 5, right? My eye is tearing.
Okay. Well. Burning in my eyes.
Right? Yeah.
When do we talk about it? Do we talk between the two different?
If
part
you
one and
already,
part two, or-
yeah, if you already see it, yeah,
Oh,
you could share it. I mean,
anytime, okay.
maybe better because I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna tell you,
Alright.
yeah, until now.
Uh-huh.
Because the first, because the first couple
Okay,
of
you know,
things I saw,
projection and all
you're
this
not here on
stuff.
Earth,
Uh-huh.
but then I was waiting for it.
But,
And then I was
you know,
asking
I
questions.
was in
Because, you know, the way you-
shamans.
So you were like born
And I
as
was, I don't know, I was in maybe
born as
like
male.
one of the
And
worst,
in very
25 million.
Arabic
women ever
expression, like you know,
murdered
there's some
witches.
music. You know,
past
music
lives.
in a large, huge, royal
And shamanist,
kind of
basically is what witches
being
were.
that because you
You know,
you're servicing to
you
this,
know, maybe
look like a very royal
murdered,
woman.
killed, or everything they did.
She's gorgeous, beautiful, like she had like this long, like a tall, like a white
Still
hat
carrying some bad.
and kind of decorated.
Afraid to
It's
bring
almost like a
the power
movie. you know, and you just, is this the future? Because it looks like going back. I say, it is the future. Yeah, it's a future. And I can't tell by your exact role, but you know, like,
So many women.
these extraordinary, those things is the elephant, but I don't think elephant will be that large. It could be, when I hear the music, and you are orchestrating the music, and then an animal, and then an elephant, and then I see the just like the person that
Oh.
the other one I saw, so that's the one, that's one I saw, I see in a space, not on Earth.
Oh. I saw
as well. She understood.
Baby,
Someone came in
waterfall.
and they said they wish they were part of a friend.
Really?
She was staying with her boyfriend, and she said, no, you don't want to do
The painting?
it. Was
Yeah.
not witchcraft, but yeah, what you say. She said,
Right.
no, you don't want to do it.
Say my eyes are starting to get tired.
Somebody who was
Unmute.
Yes, we're taking a break now.
Yeah, it's time for a break. My eyes bad.
Coffee.
And we lost Lorna. She fell out completely. Don't know where she went.
So how you guys doing? Oh, Lorna fell out?
Yeah, Lorna fell out about 7 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. So let me see if I can find her.
She's changing her iCloud.
Yeah, maybe she's changing devices.
Google, who's the RN at Robert Johnson, Mickey shares at Robert Johnson once a month. Wednesday or Thursday evening, the third Thursday of the month, whatever it is, it's on $5. Wonderful.
Speak blurry.
Google.
Yeah, that's real dangerous.
Really wasn't prepared to be on camera anyway.
It's gonna be
It's just like, turn lights on.
Well, then, you do this Reiki stuff, you're gonna accuse you of being a witch. You say, well, that's okay, damn, that's okay then. You are witchy then. You gotta just-
Yeah, Dan, sometimes I was looking in your eyes, other times I was looking in the camera. Couldn't
Yeah,
tell.
I was just looking straight in the camera, and if I look at it good
No.
enough, because I have lights on each side, and then it puts a little glare on each side, so it looks like tiny little eyes inside the camera. I'm going, oh, this is neat. I'm looking at that, and then that's connecting through everything. And then I was watching that connection. How it was all going through all the stuff, connecting up, and go, oh, this is working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had this, both the screen, you know, doing
Yeah, the screen
looking
was
at
in
the
the
whole
peripheral.
screen.
Yeah. Well, so my camera's up here. Your picture, you're way. If I were to look at you, you're here.
Exactly.
If I were to look at Makiko, she's over there. If I was to look at Lorna, she'd be over here. But the only way to really see, I have to look at the camera. But then everything becomes lower peripheral then. So I'm aware of all this stuff. I can see it. But then I was so into the camera then that it would all just blur out, and it would just be solid focus right there. Just like, oh, this is neat. I haven't done this since I was a kid, where you stare at something for so long it just kind of closes in. Oh, that was kind of neat.
I was cross-eyed looking at, and had two screens with everyone on them. And then coming
Your vision
together.
actually separated. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so separate, you know, I was trying that, and I'd look at the camera. And I said, well, I got to look in the eyes, and then I'd look in your eyes, except then, you know, my camera's at the top of the screen and then you're at the bottom of the screen.
Right.
And it's like, am I closing? And then it looks like I'm closing my eyes.
Yeah, and yeah, I would feel the eye fatigue, you know, kind of come and go, and it's kind of like, oh no, open, you know, yeah. So they would blink a little bit, but it's neat. And then I went away for a little bit. I went to a beach and go, oh, this is pretty. I'll just stay here for a while. You know?
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a stony beach. Mine was a white sand beach. I'm thinking, I haven't seen a white sand beach since Florida. And that was 1980. The last time I was in Florida. I said, oh, white sand beach. I haven't seen one of those. I said, wonder why. I don't know where this beach is at, but it's really nice. And I go, oh, well, I wonder what I would see. There were people walking around, but they were distant. So I was kind of there by myself, but it was distant.
So how you guys do?
Oh, we're all right. We're done staring at each other.
Fun.
Are you already done?
Well, yeah, we got tired of staring.
You're tired of saying. Okay, so the next one is we're gonna try to see through the white eye,
Okay.
and this likely won't be human, probably.
Kind of did that the first time, but
Yeah, we kind of already went there. Yeah. Yeah, we've kind of already surpassed the first stage.
We didn't take a break. We are like taking break now, so we're gonna get back to in the next 5 minutes. Somebody could time it.
5 minutes. All right. So for me, it's 9:30. It'd be 9:40.
Okay, let's do it.
Be 12:40 your time. All right. Now I'm going to turn off the camera for a little while.
so I'm back.
Turn off my lights.
This one should be a little easier because it's hearing. So you're gonna be looking. So
The white?
yeah. So the first you're gonna make the eye really close, like you're going to the third eye, like all the way in and looking at your
I
third eye.
texted Mona, but she's not responded yet.
What's the yellow face?
Then once
It was like
I get your settle,
it was like being edited by a camera, like
and then
flashing
slowly
sometimes.
looking elsewhere.
Now, maybe it was the light that was changing here, but it was like the light was,
You kind of,
clouds, where it was like totally changing and transforming all the time.
another eye. You still have to kind of
Well, yeah, that, the attention is kind of
spend
sank.
it in the same because see, we are meaning to look into at this direction.
So
you're gonna be seeing
channels from
something
spirits.
like
Years
rays
ago,
around
I was
this-
walking
around
and
this
watching.
area,
I get
and saying,
Well,
whatever
not the
you're
interest,
going
but-
to see.
Okay, but the intention is the same.
Oh, you can change it. This is gonna be white one is gonna be higher frequency, so it's gonna be not this dimension. So yourself in like maybe position as a planet,
Then it got intense.
so you may not be able to do that.
So
Could be, maybe not. So it's kind of like you be opening to the possibility, so you don't walk out of it, because if you have a fear, and then you will see it, well, that's gonna show it to you.
Oh.
Because mine gets really fast.
Yeah, I don't want to know if I'm a reptilian.
Right, but it could be, but it's nothing wrong with reptilian, because there's a lot of reptilian out there, the evolved one. It's one of the very ancient ones who are so past ascending mastery, reptilian. But not reptilian that we know here, you know? So we kind of have to erase all the things we learn. It's completely blank out of it, and you just relax and just feel like this is more like entertainment purpose, so you don't get too serious about it. Nothing is true.
Okay.
I have a feeling I'm gonna see you though. Like, you are higher. See, now you said it too, and that's all I kind of was saying. Okay.
This is a while, okay. I'm I need to write it down. Do you need me more?
Well, I saw orange planet, and that was tall, and had human figures on the face, but very stern, and big, strong hands.
Oh, wow. That makes sense because the first time we did this, you were like in the background was really reddish. I thought you were on Mars or something.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah,
My impression of Mars.
yeah, yeah. You probably have some self in a Mars. It's a human habitats a while back. They don't say it's still human up there. That's the first time I saw it. Yeah.
I'm gonna run to the kitchen and get a tea. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. But anyway, I saw, thank you. I saw myself. But then I saw you there too.
Oh,
But we have a different color. There's different, the same kind of overall face. It's not humanoid,
yeah.
but more like look at the GuruDan, like have all the tall head and have all this pattern on it. Like a nut kind of thing. Complicated pattern on the head, but it's really high. Elongated, small. And it's not like
I
it
was
doesn't
in the
have
soldier, I
a
was part of me as a warrior. My choice was bad. It's just like Mars, the planet war, and the moon. No, okay, goddess.
Yeah. So you were there too. With me. That is really interesting. I also saw that one of the probability, like one of the Earth signs, we are soulmates. Yeah. So it makes sense that we kind of got together in this life, this one too. Yeah. So we have a lot in common, David. How do you do, David? I know Dan grabbing a tea. He's off too. They are both off. All right. Let's take a break. How do you guys do?
We're still talking, it's good, very good, very wonderful. And I was just telling her, when I heard them bring up Mars, yesterday, Mars came up to me for the first time ever. I said that I had a choice in my life between Mars, the planet of war, and versus the moon, the goddess, anyway. That just came up to me yesterday.
Oh.
But this time, there's a lot of things about witchcraft and which is being burned at the stake and things, which
That's why you came up?
yeah, well, yeah, and this woman Heidi I'm asking about,
Yeah.
and I had written her a song a year ago when it
Did
started.
you ask about that?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And a year ago, I was walking in the marsh, and it comes, it says, "Who told you that you had to suffer? Was it the Puritan ghost of old New England who still want to burn you at the stake?"
Oh.
And then it said, "Yes, you danced naked beneath the moon. Good for you, sweet innocence. Good for you." The song was like, so that these women who would just dance naked under the moon would get called witches and burned at the stake. But this little flashover thing was that maybe that happened with her, and I was even like the priest. Like all the villagers decided to burn her at the stake, and I was a priest, and I didn't really think it was the right thing to do, but I couldn't stop it and didn't feel like I could stop it from happening. And I was complicit somehow as an accomplice, and saw this beautiful woman I was really in love with, and I was an accomplice at her being burned at the stake.
It's so strong, and yeah, you will read it out, see the incarnation to incarnation to the next.
Last week I wrote in a song to her. I said, "We made obstacles. I bet was an imbecile."
Is she open? Is she open to? Have you? Well, first of all, do you actually see her in person
No.
and be able to tell her? Or not?
No, Not yet. I had the no contact order for all the time I had the charge, and that's gone.
No.
So, no. So I called her.
So how do you originally, maybe we're gonna go off subject, but how did you originally, it was through online?
It was
or-
online karaoke app where you sing
Okay,
together.
okay.
But then she invites everybody. She has her own music website and invites, contact me, collaborate, let's hang out, whatever. And email me. So, and then we corresponded, whatever. And then she had this evil boyfriend with the odd, and I insulted him, and whatever, different things happened. And then they, so I don't know, so it gets complicated. But,
Seem to travel together, right?
but anyway, yes. So last week was about, past lives, it said, so we made obstacles. I'm sure I was an imbecile, and now I need to make it up to you. I'm trying to make it up to you somehow.
Right. So how about the other way? Did you?
But we didn't reverse yet. We only went one way with the white and the,
What do you
I had
mean?
the intention of, we do it at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
oh, you
yeah.
don't say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then you didn't share with me that whatever you saw. Okay.
I saw sea, like heavy seas, like
Seeds, yeah.
waves and
Seas.
actually there was a pirate ship that one.
Mhm.
And I felt like you and she were in a relationship together at the time, and there was romance there, but that's, I didn't get much else. That's all I got.
Okay. What, I'm sorry, so this was your
And-
thing? So, his.
And how about your mirror part?
His thing, okay,
The mirror
okay.
part, I didn't pick up the thing.
Say
The
again?
mirror part, I didn't pick
Oh,
up
really?
anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna switch because
Is that
sometimes,
unusual or
no,
Oh,
it's,
okay.
what happened is,
unless it's
with
something I
is
don't
a
necessarily
pair
know?
has the same area in the block, you
Mm.
will block out, or
Ah.
the, you need to change the way we ask question. And then it will come right through.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So let's, now Lorna disappear.
Oh, oops.
Hey, anybody online?
She's not on call.
Yep, I'm here.
Yep.
Oh, okay, good, because last time we did. Okay, so we're gonna switch the folks. So I would just, I don't know what I thought about. So Dan to Diane,
Oh.
okay, and I would do Dave, and then you both do here on site because we did a lot with David. So let's do this. And the second time around, it probably easier because our eyes kind of adjusted. So you both kind of set an intention to each other. The biggest thing is that you want to do about you first, in an easier one to do for somebody else. And then if that's happened, and then do for yourself. Okay, I want to see my own self that really impacting me right now. Or as I told you, I was very obsessed with parallel me. And then finally I get to meet him in the astral world, in a dream time.
What was
And
that?
parallel. You exist in a parallel. So oftentimes it's very traumatized, parallel earth has been attacked already. Yeah, aliens is their reality, in a real reality, so it's a different place, but it's not too far in the future you could access it. Oftentimes, not always, your parallel is opposite gender. If it's if you follow the math, this is like a textbook, right? I mean, everybody may have a different path, but mine was male. My parallel self was male. And it's interestingly, I seen him when I was very little. I didn't realize in a dream all the time. But I was very sure. Who to know that was my parallel self? Right? I mean, when you're so little, you have no knowledge of, I keep, visualizing this, and it was one of the worst things was being tortured every day.
And that's probably happening that time, but I didn't know. I thought I'm very twisted child. Little boys torture in the chair every day, and then why we're imagining this thing. I must be very strange and twisted. I didn't have many friends. Maybe that's why. But then by the time I connected, it make every all the sense. But I'm glad I didn't know back then. I could be very, become very strange. Anyway, so you could have that. I want to meet my parallel self. So why it usually what happened when you because that time I was really seriously thinking I want to do a biological ascension. To do a biological ascension, the first you're going to merge yourself with a parallel self, and then because you're a pair going up in your parallel self in a parallel earth, and connect through the core of the earth, the 13th chakra. So you going down to go through the heaven actually. So you're not step upward, you step down, you go down to the inner earth portal in a sense, and then go up in a sense. Yeah, and go up in a frequency. You have to use your white part of your eye, because parallel is a higher frequency, so you need to see, or you may going to see in a dream. But you need to set an intention first. So let's start, and then I see how it goes. Okay, all right, ready, Dave? So what is your intention?
To learn to use my DNA to better function in this now.
In this now, okay. Oh, okay. That's very what are you supposed to see it then? What are you going to see? Well, it's okay. So you want to see that through me, or you want me to see your? Oh, I see. Okay. So maybe I'm going to project my intention that your highest probability in this life. Or the DNA, which DNA strand needed to be healed. I don't understand, because this is the experience of seeing you the part of your incarnation. So
More specific.
yeah. But Diane, you could start with Dan. Oh, how do you do that?
She'll have to stare at the screen.
Stay at the screen.
Okay, he doesn't.
You have to
see me.
sign on another computer in order to have an image.
Yeah, I'm worried about that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or she'll have to sit next to you, Makiko, and then
Yeah.
you guys share the camera there.
Yeah. Here. Come on down. All right.
Whatever way.
Okay, whatever. So any other way you could ask?
I'd like to understand more about the strands that are holding me back this lifetime. How about that?
Okay.
Narrow it down enough, or?
Yeah. Okay. You gotta get
I
closer.
need to know what their intention, Dan's intention would be.
I think we can,
Yeah,
we can do it
yeah.
either way. You can either see yourself or you.
Okay, whatever you
Have the
see,
other
it's
person
fine
see.
for me, Dave. So let's start. Okay,
Can you
ready?
tell me yours now too, or?
Do you have that?
I want to
Oh,
see.
Yeah, I'd like to.
myself
like
that
for my
keep giving a
DNA
birth.
to, heal my chromosomes, give the proper.
Keep-
There's a-
keep-
So-
they-
Keep
they-
giving birth?
Yeah,
Is
there's
that what you?
one of my incarnations. I am kind of like
Global, but
Yeah.
looks like a sex symbol or something, and then like
So I don't know
What
if
that looks like.
necessarily.
yeah, I'm
see
keep
anything.
giving, yeah, I'm giving, I'm
Might-
having babies.
Yeah.
I like the access and then to tell her stop.
Oh,
Well, it could be something good, but I just don't know. Let's try that one. Okay. I'm gonna start. Go ahead, Diane.
So,
I wait
Oh,
until
oh, no
you
wonder,
finish.
okay.
Yeah.
so do you have an
Should we
intention
switch
there?
because this screen is made?
Oh, it's right. Oh,
Talking about future.
Does-
No, I'm just very general, just whatever we need. I hope we get it.
Just this.
Ah,
life, which can
okay,
be-
yeah, I
which is
think
a deep well which goes down.
I like-
in all directions.
So whatever to facilitate that, to amplify the energies that are gonna allow that to occur, then
Okay,
that'll be great.
On the top. So is this not a
Okay.
past life or future life?
That sounds like a good
Deep
intention.
wells of-
That way we don't have to know what it is exactly or how it's supposed to happen. We just want it to happen and then have it do it. That's perfect.
Continuous-
True.
I have a feeling I get all the messages. Is that,
Oh.
you know,
Encourage you to
that's
feel so.
probably okay, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mixed.
Yeah. We're all one here.
Yeah.
true.
Okay, all right, let's start. So that's strange, but this is what I usually do, and then it works. I put physically very close to the screen,
Oh,
and then I make it like a blur first, and it kind
Oh, I
of going
see.
through like looking at the day with an inside, like a third eye, and then focusing like going like this cross eye. And then so you step out.
Psychological manipulations or whatever.
Okay, so you'd like to see the future and
Yeah,
what might happen.
yeah, I would like to see this in the near future.
Okay.
Lights in the eyes.
Right.
What to do, it's amazing. Do that.
Right.
Yeah,
Small
it's
area
all over
focus.
the- right. We're drawn to the pupils, you know, I can just look at automatically.
Right, so we're actually looking at four.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't move
it's
around to
nice.
the floor, but yeah, the floor.
getting tired?
I'm not tired, but I'm at a place.
Yeah, I saw, I visualized the strands of DNA squeezing the chromosomes and they're exploding.
Wow.
And that felt stirring inside me. Some things going in a circle. So felt like something was happening.
Okay. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
I got it now.
The only person that couldn't lead was you.
Really?
Yeah, but
so.
oh, poor thing, you're
I know,
trying
yeah.
so much.
Okay, so what I got was this.
Yeah.
You had to stare.
It's pretty intense there, a little bit. It was really neat though. So like there's this whole envisioning thing going on. So I'm thinking, what's the best way for Diane to get whatever it is, you know, whatever this fulfilling thing is that she wants. And so then I envisioned her in an elated state, something that made her heart happy, not just her happy, but her whole heart happy. And then that being happy made her higher self happy, that they were able to have that connection. I said, oh, what if her higher self was able to do more? And so what if that got opened up a little bit and then Diane could be heart happy and that would make the higher self happy. And then that's like, hey, we both can get in on this. So I said, okay. So then I asked her higher self, say, what would you like to, would you like this bigger connection? And right when I mentally asked that question, Diane did a thing where like her lip was dry or something. And she had to, and it looked like she said, okay. And so I thought, okay, all right, so the higher self's in on this. And then I just envisioned them both elated and just happy. And then in the expansion of just being happy, that having that extra expansion. Go, oh, this is so good. And then her whole auric field changed and she just turned into this like pearl iridescent kind of white blob being, you know, and then the higher self is this white color and everything was all matched perfectly. And it's all right, that's perfect right there. This is what we want, right? And I just let it stay there.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And would you have seen if we were doing mirror work, right? So would that have been his own?
Oh, it depends on the what, because I saw both. So I was looking at there. Dan, I saw you as a self very clearly.
Wow.
Which one? Which other self?
It's other incarnation now.
Yeah, which one?
I saw 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
But the one has a very strong position, and then it may, it could have an influence on you. It's he's a white Caucasian. Looks like mid 40, could be early 40. Got a hair. And
There, I just shave it off. See where it should be.
yeah, he looks like he has a really good job, you know.
Okay.
But it's a very good looking guy. The other one was you had another that you're very busy in some kind of like like a classroom or something. You're in a computer and then everybody come to you and then ask and then you have an answer. So like
Well, that's this one. That's how this happens. That's this every day.
It's like a kind of that was you. And then another one I couldn't figure out. You were wearing some metal things and it's almost like because maybe I don't understand, I can see as is. Like a bone and something on the top, you know, you almost like kind of gonna open like this, but you're weighing, and what are you being experimented on? I think no. So what are you weighing? It is what it
Beats me.
is.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a
you weigh
galactic being, and I
metal, something that is not from this world, right? Then they keep showing me that it looks like we are in the same time period, not in a human form. You know, maybe like ancient obsidian or something, like a different form, but we are in the same time, but never really cross physically, met, but it looks like we are in the same period,
okay.
which I kind of sense that we probably kind of, you
No,
know,
we palled around before. Yeah, we know
Yeah.
each other. We're pals, so.
yeah. But that time that they show me, many times we cross, but not, doesn't look like we physically recognize each other. Do you know what I mean?
Right, well, yeah,
We're in the same
yeah.
time.
If it's that one, is it space? Are we in space
Sync.
at
Yeah.
the same time?
It's, yeah, it's not.
Right.
not
So
that-
for
not
your
this-
protection, we don't.
Yeah.
So we stay apart because it would mess you up to
Yes,
speak
yes,
to you.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So aware of, don't know if you're completely aware, but I'm aware that go, oh, there she is. Oh, I'm not supposed to talk to her because it'll mess her up.
It's funny, as soon as you say something, something blocked me. I'm supposed not to hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah. They don't want you to know.
yeah. I have something in me, not just one. And then it actually does things, and then
Yeah, the editor, well, yes, but you've agreed to that edit.
yes.
It doesn't want, so here it gets the same thing. It doesn't want you to know because you're not supposed to know that right now.
Yeah, it's also
Because it would mess you up.
Yeah, it always buffers me, so I know that the information that I don't need to
Yeah,
hear. I will follow.
Right.
yeah, you're just not supposed to. But we're
Yeah.
okay this time around because we're just hanging out this time. We're not on any missions. We're just, oh, hey, it's nice
Exactly.
to be on doing stuff. Yeah.
Sometimes we don't
So
need
this
to.
is the casual timeline. Yeah,
Opposite coasts.
yeah.
Oh, so Dave, I saw, do you want to see?
Secret agents on vacation. Yeah. This is the vacation incarnation.
Looked them up. That's why I see something. And then I saw it
Go ahead, Dave.
shaking its wings. So I saw
Now, I was looking, you know, at you, and it was first trying to do the cross-eyed, except I'd either get Diane's head on your body, or your head on Diane's, because you're in the same frame, there. So it's kind of like trying to,
That's why I was thinking it probably is gonna be like a soup, you know, it's like we're gonna all have to
Oh, no
mix
wonder.
mix things. It's okay.
but then when you closed your eyes the first time and came back, you know, you kind of wiped your eyes, then I was able to focus there, and it was like that birthing process that you keep going through is like a source disconnection, reconnection that you're plotting around the multiverse. You know, you're putting in that DNA, not with the concept of the great forgetting, but you know you've given that, you know, this knowledge, and you see how it grows across. But there was also then like a sadness and blockage that I saw too.
Oh, of course.
And I couldn't get past that. You know, it wouldn't let me know why. But it was kind of like you looking at all these, you know, from a distance. But maybe the sadness was that you couldn't connect with them. I'm not sure.
Okay. Wow, that's very cool. Mine's very realistic, so I'm start to forgetting already, but the one that actually you actually exist, as you exist here and now
Yeah.
in Tokyo.
Oh,
Yeah, but you doesn't look too different. Yeah, you're like younger there. It's so funny. You're American visiting Tokyo, and you have like a tiny apartment.
Not a bad kind of intelligence.
because like, those laundry hanging, you know, like not very pristine, like it's like
And we have to try to
stuff
figure it out.
like it's not the big place.
It's like a micro apartment thing.
So my dryer is just hanging.
Yeah, the clothes, like you know, the t-shirts and things.
And they can only hang up during the day when you're not, like when you're not using that space. When
People
you're away
usually
doing
hang
it.
outside, but you're hanging inside a room. I thought it's kind of interesting. But
That's because he likes his stuff. He wants to keep it.
I'll keep inside.
So they don't walk off with it. Yeah.
The thing is funny because it's kind of similar looking t-shirts you're wearing. You know, those are, you know, those color.
Oh,
That what is that color called? Like a maroon. Yeah, maroon t-shirt. I see like a lot of the wire in a train, you know, running. So you very congested area. You see so many things. Like it's
The eagle is so wise. But then we have the two-legged ones.
looks like you are still single, but probably has a girlfriend of some sorts, you know. Anyway, so that was so it's a period now. So you have another period over there. What else I saw? Oh, it was so weird. I couldn't tell why. I saw like a huge, like a divine deity being, like a being, like a almost like a statue. I think, I hope it doesn't move so much. But then there's like a this, like, so if this is statue like you know, life size, if it's life size, the little boy, like a monk, like in training, like a this big, like running around, right? And I said, which is Dave?
oh, yeah.
What are we seeing is this? And obviously not this dimension.
Wow.
So I couldn't figure that one out. And then what else I saw? I saw a woman from your face. I'm not sure what that was. They just split second appear and then so what's that? The Tokyo Bazaar, I just started laughing and maybe
Was the-
you visit there and then you're Dave.
Was the little me trying to learn from like the statue, you know, like ancient knowledge or something? Or
Oh,
They had a connection to it.
you need to ask yourself because you connected actually. So oh, it's funny because you knew about the DNA strands. Your voice taught me loud 4.
Oh, the 4 DNA strand he was asking about. Number 4 is the one he needs to work on. But I
and
concur about
Florida's-
that Tokyo one because I've seen him before as a little Asian guy.
Ah.
Yeah. And it didn't click until you started talking. Oh, I know him. I've seen him before. He's like this. And his energy is really similar, but his face is squished a little bit. He's got it's like too many what do they call them? What do they call them little round what do they call little round dough things that the Japanese eat?
dumplings?
Onigiri?
Is
Rice
it the
ball?
dumpling or the little round thing that kind of looks like a sand dollar on top? It's a little round. Is it a dumpling?
Mochi? Sushi, mochi?
They call them bo something, po something.
Rice ball?
No, the little round dough thing.
Oh,
Is it
omanju?
cookie?
Manju?
No, it's just a little white dough thing. Sometimes it's got meat in it. Sometimes it's got,
Oh,
what do they
oh,
call them? A bao, something.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Nikuman, whatever.
no, it's only just a little.
Pierogies?
No, not pierogi. That's
That's a
Polish.
Polish dumpling.
That's my mom's side.
Oh, I asked Lona if she wanted to come back to Zoom, and she says, I'm good, thanks. So she's not coming back to the Zoom.
Oh my god, what is it? What did we do to offend her? Or what did I do to offend her?
I don't think she was expecting the camera to be on.
Oh, we don't need to. I mean, then we're not gonna be doing this the whole time. So, oh,
Oh,
I guess we better stop soon, right? 11 to 1. We're having too much fun. I wanted to say something else. And, oh gosh, what are we talking about? Oh, the Asian Dave.
oh, right.
So you could actually see yourself. That's so weird, you know. Although the other boy doesn't look like awakened enough. You know, who is this guy showing up at my door, saying that part of me is the best. I mean, that's pretty cool. Actually, you have another one running around here now. I saw that, as soon as the Dan said about the Diane, I saw you with your future you.
Oh,
You had a basket filled with like a, to me, like a candle or something, like, and then some fabric was flowing off from the basket, almost like you're going to be offering those in the future.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it's a knitting or because
Oh,
yeah, and then
crochet or something.
yeah,
I have a
and,
friend,
and yeah,
that does crochet.
yeah, but not necessarily, could be symbolic, but then you have things in a basket. So
Huh.
so you're gonna be doing something in the future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I looked up what it was.
Countryside.
What is it?
Dumplings are boiled or pan fried. And those aren't the ones on the bao buns are the ones that are steamed. It's the bao. That's what I was.
That's not Japanese, but I knew we have those.
Oh,
Oh,
So
I thought they were
nikuman-
Japanese. They're
nikuman-
Japanese to me.
Something man is a nikuman
right.
is a meat, whatever, and then there's so many other things that could go in.
Yeah, it's just a little meat
Yeah.
bun thing. It's just a
Very
little
good.
bun.
So-
So instead of bun, it's a bao. They call it a bao.
Oh,
Dim
dim
sum.
sum.
Oh,
Yeah. Dim sum
right,
is a
that's right.
dumpling in
Yeah,
Chinese.
Boiled
That's right.
Steamed,
buns.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We
Anyway.
probably gotta stop recording.
Oh.
No, okay, yeah, let's do that.